In a quiet and ordinary-looking work environment, a small oversight can turn into danger within seconds. Due to vibrations inside the workshop, an unsecured gas cylinder loses its balance. The cylinder tips over, falls to the ground, and causes brief panic in the work area. As soon as employees notice the situation, they quickly evacuate the area. It is reported that no one was injured. Gas cylinders must always be kept upright and properly secured, and transportation and storage must be carried out according to appropriate equipment and safety rules. A single small step at high altitude can lead to irreversible consequences. On September 25th, at the 5,588-meter-high Nama Peak in China's Sichuan province, a tourist in his 30s, identified by the surname Hong, unclips his safety rope during a summit climb in order to take photographs. While trying to stand up, he becomes entangled in his crampons and loses his balance, falling approximately 100 to 200 meters. The tourist is reported to have lost his life, and an investigation has been launched. During high-altitude climbs, safety ropes must never be unclipped, and all safety connections must remain secured even during photo breaks or rest periods. Every movement on difficult terrain must be controlled and compatible with the equipment being used. Pressure-operated equipment may appear calm from the outside, but it contains significant stored energy. At a roadside truck repair area, a worker approaches a large truck tire to inflate it with air. Other employees nearby continue with their routine tasks. During inflation, the tire suddenly loses its structural integrity and explodes. The blast causes brief panic among those in the area, and the site is quickly evacuated. Truck tires should only be inflated inside protective cages or behind safety barriers. Workers must stay in a safe position, away from the potential blast direction. Pressure gauges must be used, and manufacturer-specified maximum pressure limits must never be exceeded. A technical malfunction in heavy equipment can instantly place a wide area at risk. At an industrial facility, a large overhead bridge crane begins moving unsteadily along its rail line and starts accelerating uncontrollably. Nearby workers notice the crane coming toward them and flee the area in panic. Shortly afterward, the crane overshoots the end of the elevated rail line and falls downward. Crane rail systems must be inspected regularly. Mechanical faults must be detected at an early stage, and crane operating zones should be kept clear of personnel. A small risk taken for vacation memories can turn into an accident within seconds. At a quiet beach area known as Puna Beach, a group of tourists are relaxing and taking photos when a man decides to climb a palm tree that is leaning toward the ocean. Although the tree appears sturdy from the outside, it has been exposed to wind, moisture, and salty air for a long time. As the man climbs toward the upper part of the trunk, the tree suddenly snaps in the middle, and he falls to the sand along with the tree. Trees and structures in natural areas should not be climbed, and unsafe spots should not be accessed for photography. Tourists should remain only in safe and permitted areas. An unseen hazard inside a confined tank can create a danger that is difficult to detect from the outside. At an auto repair workshop, a previously used fuel tank is being prepared for welding. It becomes clear that the vapor inside the tank has not been fully drained or adequately ventilated. When the welding flame contacts the tank surface, the remaining gas inside heats up and rapidly expands. The increasing pressure compromises the tank's structural integrity, resulting in a sudden explosion. Nearby workers recognize the danger and quickly evacuate the area. Fuel tanks must be completely emptied and cleaned with inert gas before welding, and heat must never be applied to closed containers that may still contain vapor. Gas measurements should be taken before working on equipment with potential pressure risks. Even a small steering error with large construction machinery can lead to serious consequences. In a work zone where a road roller is actively operating, the operator makes a right turn. Instead of continuing straight, the machine suddenly veers to the right. After a short distance, the roller loses control and moves toward an area with a pedestrian crossing. Road machinery must be operated at low speeds and under full control. Pedestrian crossings should be closed during operations, and safe zones must be clearly separated. Operators must always check their surroundings before maneuvering. During fires, seconds are critical, and the absence of escape routes creates the greatest danger. On December 15, 2022, after a fire broke out at a factory in India, smoke spreads rapidly, leaving a man trapped on the roof with no safe way down. People below attempt to help by stretching a plastic sheet. With no other option, the man jumps, but the sheet or makeshift safety net fails to provide adequate protection. The man is reported to have died at the scene. Workplaces must always have accessible fire escape routes and emergency stairways, and regular fire drills should be conducted. Safe evacuation plans must be established in advance for workers operating on roofs and elevated areas. In constantly moving systems, a momentary reflex can trigger an uncontrollable chain reaction. On a conveyor line where packages are continuously moving, a female worker leans forward to pick up a loose package near the edge of the belt. The package is pulled toward the rollers. The powerful nip point of the moving system suddenly drags both the package and the woman's hand toward the belt. Nearby workers attempt to stop the line after noticing the situation. The woman is seen to be injured during the incident. Hands must never reach into moving conveyor belts, and protective guards should be installed around belt areas. Systems must be completely shut down before cleaning or intervention. In industrial areas, unexpected visitors can also create risks. At a factory in Russia, a bear cub accidentally enters the facility and falls into an area containing waste materials. When the cub cannot climb out on its own, a risk arises both for the animal and for nearby workers. Factory employees notice the situation and organize calmly. Using a sturdy wooden board, they guide the cub onto it and help it climb out slowly. The cub is seen to be rescued safely. Industrial sites should be securely fenced to prevent unauthorized entry, and workers should remain calm and act in a coordinated manner during unexpected situations.